as you're marketing your business in a way that you may not want to.
So the big question is, what are the top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate, grow their teams, and add more transactions year over year while so many struggle? If you ever thought about this, you're not alone. No one has been able to get the answers until now.
We spent the last few years helping agents sell billions in real estate, rubbing shoulders with top producers, which got us thinking, how can we expose more people to these insights to help raise the standard in the whole real estate industry? We then realized that we could help bridge the gap by getting the secrets from the best of the best so that you can succeed. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Elite Agent Secrets.
Marketing is everything. Getting yourself out there. I love this quote. I don't necessarily love the man, but I'll give Grant Cardone credit for this. And I still stick to it. And it's best known beats best. I cannot tell you how true this is. You think about this. For example, you like a cheeseburger and they could literally be the world's best cheeseburger restaurant called, Joe's. And then there's McDonald's at the other end of the street and you walk past Joe's every day and you just don't know because it's just a normal little shop. It makes no difference how good his food is unless he's marketing it. Word of mouth will obviously can take you, depending on the area, far, but
right.
Best known always beats best. So let's dive into marketing. How are you tackling this with agents?
Oh, man. So I say everything is marketing and marketing is everything, right? Everything you do in your business from the time that, the way you do your buyer's consultation, your listing presentations or appointments, all of that is marketing. It's not just flyers, ads, and business cards. And the way that you run your business is part of your marketing. You not answering your phone or not answering your leads or your prospect, that's you marketing, or as you marketing your business in a way that you may not want to, right? But in the traditional sense of the marketing, similar to what you're saying, everyone that knows you needs to know what you do. Every person in your phone, and that's one of the first things I do with agents when they first come on the team. I tell them you have a phone, you have a phone in your hand right now. You need to let everyone on your phone know that you're a licensed agent and you're open for business. And then from there, you need to now just market yourself. Again, going back to the creativity, just whatever. If you can figure out your niche, from the start, or you just figure out your angle of how you're going to approach your business and the market at large, then use that now to present that as consistent as possible and as many times as possible, and do it in a way that, again, sets you apart, but do it to never stop doing it. You mentioned McDonald's earlier. Today, you're probably going to see watching TV, you're going to see maybe, about 10 McDonald's commercials on your TV. They're still marketing themselves. Coca-Cola is still marketing itself. Amazon is still marketing itself. So everything is marketing, and marketing is everything, because you could be the best agent in your town, but if nobody knows it, if you're not telling anybody, then they're not going to come to you.
I also like the quote that you said, you need to let everybody know that you're open for business.
Yep.
Nobody knows what we do day to day. I mean, I guarantee you can pull up, unless it's the first 5 closest of your friends or family, I guarantee you that if I just randomly scroll through your phone and pick the random person that you haven't talked to in the last 6 months to 12 months, you do not know what they do for a living.
Nope.
The odds of them they've changed their career, their job, or got promoted are so significantly high that it's different. So how do you expect somebody to remember what the fuck you do if you haven't talked to them in a year?
Right. And they forget. until you see them on Facebook closing with another agent, or
And you're like, you motherfuckers. But it's your fault. It's your responsibility.
Your fault. Right. It's your fault because they forget, because you not only do you have to tell them, but you have to continue to tell them.
Yeah, my wife's on me about this now all the time. She goes like, how many people still don't know that you're an agent? Yes. Wait until they close on a house. See how pissed you get. I'm like, that is my responsibility. Yeah. I can't point fingers at anybody else because I have not let everybody know that I'm an agent yet.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's a heartbreaker, man. It's happened to me a couple of times, and I you know what? That's my fault. That's my bad. But it won't happen again.
Which is you being accountable for your actions, right? It's fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? And man, losing deals just sucks so bad. Man. But the worst ones you lose are through negligence, aka like that deal was yours to lose. I mean, I race cars, right? So my last race was this weekend just gone, and second race I was, they're short. It's like 6 laps, 4 to 6 laps. Your first lap I'm first, second lap I'm still first, and then coming out of the corner and I just spin. And like I look back at the video and I've got a noticeable distance. Now, when you're there, it's yours to lose, right? That's the way I think about it. Like you're in first place, it's yours now to lose, right? Brand and marketing business is always the same. Like you can have really solid relationships. Funny you say about like losing something. I mean, also goes the same with team members. Like top producing agents, like really good ones, you want to try and snap up. Like we've got, tactics and strategies for like getting people to want to join your team, where, whatever you want to offer. Whether it's, training offices, whatever, right? But people will join other teams. It might be a different office. It might be a different brokerage, whatever the case may be. And when you lose someone like that as well, and you're like, they would have been better served with you, not only have you done them a disservice, you've also done yourself a disservice. It's not about the money either. It's now about like, you could have fucking helped that person more than that other guy is going to. And now that's what sucks. And we've all lost them. And the honest truth is because 9 times out of 10, we got busy, quote unquote, busy, aka we're fucking lazy. We just got lazy. You wanted to watch the Marvel film. You wanted to go out for beers with your friends. You prioritized incorrectly, and that's on you. It's not on them. Yeah. And those are some harsh accountabilities that you should have with yourself, that actually every failure, all of these is your fault. And if you can accept it as being your fault, you can get over it. You move on. Because a lot of times you don't want to just be bitter about, someone screwing you. I mean, this is great, but Jay, when we're speaking with Jay Kinder, right, on a previous episode, he had that story about that there was this other brokerage that just kept beating him. Then he was trying to out hustle him and outwork him. It was just, he didn't quit. He just didn't give up, and he's like, I'm going to beat him. And he just became more and more creative. And like they started learning from stuff he was doing too, which again, it's like all of this loops back. Like it's wonderful how well creativity actually loops into almost every facet of not only in real estate, but like we just in the last hour here, all our talking conversations are gone on about just creatively think how you can stand out. If you're a new agent, there are so many ways. If you're a seasoned agent, there is so many ways.
Right.
And you build a brand, you market yourself. People do forget. Coca-Cola, like you said, McDonald's, they're everywhere still. And it's because you always, always, always want to be front of mind.
Right.
That's where you have to live. And they say people remember the top 3 usually in a certain field. But a lot of the times it's just the top one. A lot of the times it's just the top one. And I think real estate is one purely because people are forgettable. Like no one leaves that impression because they don't have a creative touch.
Right.
Whether that's birthday videos, whether that's, little gifts, whether it's personal touches, isn't it? It's getting them their coffee that they really like when you go for a viewing. And for everyone's slightly different, like what really hits a note. With them, I want to kind of, we'll obviously come close to wrapping up here. And I want to kind of end on this point because it was something that you brought up. I can't remember the book. It might have been, but don't quote me on it. It might have been the book, The Billionaire Effect. And it was actually about a realist, if it was that book, whatever book I'm thinking of, there was actually a big chapter in it. And it was actually about real estate agents. And it was actually about real estate agents in Miami. And the book talks about an agent called John Lennon, like the Beatle. I think it was John Lennon, right? And that was his name, and he kind of played it off. And they were selling the condos, 5 million, 2 million. And their quota per year in the office was something like 3 or 5. It was something like that the whole year, because obviously their commission checks were huge on each deal. Right. This guy was selling, was it 1 a week? It might have been 1 a week he was selling. And he wasn't selling the condo. He was selling their desire. So like you gave an example about a home gym, right? So the examples that they gave was like this guy had like an expensive car. So he showed him the apartment with the private, like sectioned off garage in the parking lot. So he could put his car there and he'd know it'd be safe. Like that, like, so his whole house tour was like, yeah, here's the apartment. Good luck with that. Anyway, let's go to the garage, and showed him like this really nice garage that came with the apartment. Someone else, this woman was like big into her clothes and handbags and stuff. So he showed her the biggest walk-in wardrobe of all of them. That was like his own room to sell her the house. It wasn't about that. It was about internally what really kind of got them moving was these other things. How many times people buy a house and they go, we've got to knock that wall through because we want to do this, we want a swimming pool because we're going to do this. And it's like, if you can fulfill those deep down desires that they've got, it's funny how the other stuff kind of like trickles away. And in comparison, it's negligible because there's certain sacrifices everyone are willing to make and certain ones they are not. And part of your job is in real estate is just to figure out what they are and leverage them and use them to your advantage, because also they're going to have a way better experience with you. Like they're going to shout you from the rooftops and you will unequivocally be rememberable. You'll be like, listen, we worked with Joe. It was insane. He found us literally our dream home. I can't believe we got this. Like we got this amazing Olympic swimming pool that and now my kids become a gold medalist. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like it was big. That'd be cool story.
Right.
But these are all extremes. But, it's like finding them that dream home in the catchment area for the school their kids want to go to or they want their kids to go to. And it's like they didn't think it was possible. And then like the house, again, it met certain needs. But the real ones they had was they wanted their kids to go to that school, right? And it had to be within this area, and you just caught that house. It was off market, and you just got there, and it's like all of a sudden, the goodwill you have built with that person is insane.
Right.
Every friend they've got, they will be like, Joe gave me the best experience. So we'll kind of count it out on that. Joe, this has been great. I think we've really dived into a lot of stuff on this episode. So how can people get in touch? Like the floor is yours. What are you doing? Let people know how they can reach out to you. If you've got something going on, like let them know.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm very, very active on social media. So you can go to IG or Facebook, Twitter. I'm still trying to get onto Twitter. But Joe C. Derilus. Derilus is spelled Derilus, is where you'll find me basically on all social media platforms. And I would love to just, help and work with anybody, in the kind of creatively, or anybody who's looking to kind of bring their creativity out. Usually it's a simple conversation of, just getting to know you a little bit. And from there I can, make some recommendations and suggestions. But yeah, that's where people can find me on social media.
Perfect. Well, Joe, it's been an absolute pleasure. And
likewise.
Thanks for coming on with us today. And
Thank you for having me.
It's awesome. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode. Now, before you go, we're giving access to a private training we did where we revealed the top 3 niches to get listings today completely for free. So if you want access, you can go and download that training at eliteagentsecrets.com. We're regularly releasing new trainings, guides, and cheat sheets, so make sure to head over to eliteagentsecrets.com and sign up so you don't miss out.